Welcome to the first Hall of Fame video on this channel, a series where I want to present you some of the games I think you simply must have played. This episode will feature Valiant Hearts: The Great War, a 2D side-scrolling adventure puzzle game set during the First World War. The game has a beautifully touching story while at the same time teaching you a lot of historic facts about the war itself. So, let's set the scene.
August 1st, 1914. After the assassination of Prince Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the German Empire declares war on Russia. Because of established alliances, France is preparing for conflict. A few hours after the announcement of the general mobilization, German civilians living in France are asked to leave the country. Karl is one of them.
Having set the scene like this, the game introduces the first two characters. Karl, a German living in France, has to leave his wife Marie and their baby and go back to Germany, there serving under Baron von Dorf. Emil, Marie's father, is called to join the French forces soon after, gets wounded and taken prisoner by the Germans, then rescued by Freddy. Freddy is an American who enlisted in the French forces and seeks revenge on already mentioned Baron von Dorf, who destroyed his life. Finally, there's Anna, a Belgian veterinarian student living in Paris when the war breaks out, who tries to find and free her father, who has been kidnapped by the infamous German Baron. Here, take a look at Anna's first scene in Paris. Over the course of the game, the characters meet each other, their stories get interweaved. It's not a story about heroes, but simply about normal people, soldiers and civilians alike, who, however, in the course of the game may show aspects of heroism after all. All background info about the characters are either told by the narrator or by the diary entries of each character. Over the course of the few hour long campaign, the game lets you experience all aspects of the First World War on the Western Front, covering most of the major happenings, either with the narrator or simply visually. None of the characters in the game is fully voice acted. This way you experience the horrors of the first gas attacks or the aftermath of a great battle. The game thereby manages to present you those educational things not in a teaching manner, but simply by showing you what's going on, by letting you see and experience it yourself. The chronology of the war, the equipment and new inventions or weapons, as well as the everyday life of a soldier and the life of the civilians, represented by Emil's daughter Marie. In addition to this and the narrator, the game also includes a lot of collectibles, like a compass or a helmet, or personal items like trinkets or letters, which you can see right now in the video, giving short explanations to them and their use and meaning during the war. Valiant Hearts also offers a lot of extra infos and explanations to certain aspects of the war. For example, the medical conditions and accommodations for the soldiers, the treatment of POWs, or the presence of soldiers from the French and British colonies on Europe's battlefields. If you just want to play the game and experience the story, however, you can do that without having to read those extra infos or to collect the items. It's completely optional. An essential part of the game mechanic are puzzles and sequences which require agility or good timing. The tasks vary from lever puzzles and what basically are fetch quests to avoid falling bombs or hiding from enemies. Those puzzles vary in difficulty, but with a few exceptions normally are not hard to solve. The boss fights you have to do from time to time generally are a mix of both aspects, puzzles and timing sequences, but usually are fairly easy when having figured out what you're supposed to do. The game features an absolutely awesome soundtrack, always fitting to your current situation. For example, when leading a tank attack, like right now in the video, or when entering the bombarded city of Ypres. This and the fantastic narrator help a lot, making you aware of the gravity of the situations, of the brutality and hopelessness the soldiers experience during the war. It is pretty impressive how well the developers managed to present the grim atmosphere of the war with this 2D art style, while still including little jokes like the sausage cooking scene or messenger pigeons with helmets. Combined, Valiant Hearts therefore doesn't end up being a horribly depressing game. It is full of moments of hope, for example when Anna is taking care of French and German soldiers alike, letting you win small victories along the way and smile about your dog companion. And yes, I can assure you that the dog doesn't die. All this together makes for an awesome journey through history, experiencing all kinds of facets of the First World War through the personal stories of the characters. I really can't recommend this game enough, and if you didn't already play it, throw some money at the screen and get this game.